Sudan, a land of civilization and immigration, the heart of Africa. Throughout all its history, it had been a point of confluence between the Mediterranean, Asia and Africa, a fact that rendered it a crucible in which peoples, tribes and cultures were molded to result in its present diversity. No wonder it became the focal point for tourists and travelers.
مرحبا بكم في السودان. يسعدنا أن تكونوا معنا ضيوفنا الكرام. نهر النيل أطول أنهار العالم يرحب بكم. والبحر الأحمر أنقى بحار الأرض جميعا يقدم لكم أجمل كنوز البحار. آثار الممالك السودانية القديمة تسعد أن تقدم لكم عمق تاريخها ومعالم حضارتها. الحياة البرية والصحارى والمرتفعات وجمال الطبيعة كلها تزدان بوجودكم وحضوركم. والشعب السوداني بتراثه المتنوع يفرح ويحتفي بكم.
With its varied regions graduating from the desert in the far north through the savanna in the middle to the rainforests in the far south, with its abundant water and flowing rivers, with its roaring cataracts and beautiful sea coasts. With all these natural riches, Sudan had become something irresistibly attractive. It tempts you to cherish it as a tourist target towards which you will start your ever unforgettable journey. It was since prehistoric immemorial times that man inhabited several parts of Sudan, leaving behind a great deal of relics and archaeological matter that, though dumb and silent, can speak about the greatness and superiority of that man. Those simple stone tools, which had been so dexterously curved and shaped, still reveal the secret of dexterity of the Sudanese man during the Old Stone stage. During the Middle Stone Age, the first signs of Sudanese, or actually the first signs of human civilizations ever, started to show. At the site of early Khartoum civilization, the Sudanese man came to know about pottery. That was more than 8,000 years ago. In this, our Sudanese man preceded the rest of the world by about 2,000 years, by time that pottery industry developed and Shihenab man excelled all others in pottery. That was quite evident from the relics left by him, which are considered to be models for that splendid African art. And on our man proceeded to exhibit his skill in the Cushitic civilization. Those magnificent buildings stand at the far northern Sudan, denoting the earliest African civilization south of the Sahara, which started about 2500 BC and continued till 1500 BC. These buildings show the greatness of those first Cushites whose civilization developed and spread over several regions of the Central Africa. Nepta was another figure in the record of human civilization. It imposed itself there with its temples, palaces, and pyramids. It extended in areas, and its monarchs ruled several parts of the African continent. They ruled Egypt for a whole century to establish the 25th monarch in the record of Egyptian monarchs and rulers. Features of Sudanese civilization were organized in Marawi, where the sun of a new culture shone. Here in Bajarawiya, Al-Naga, Al-Musawarat, the royal city, and other parts of Sudan, the Marawi man came to live. He started to extract iron and to organize irrigation processes, thus establishing the greatest African state at that time. Its rich kings and queens ruled over several parts of Sudan, but the Sudanese man activity never subsided through time. His relations extended to include the external world. They affected and were affected by other civilizations. These sites and others express the greatness of Christian states which followed the Marawi civilization. Those murals, which used to cover the walls of churches and cathedrals, one day have now become rare and unique relics that are exhibited in international museums. They reflect artistic and beauty visions that express the creativity of the Sudanese man, who had kept enriching human civilization with his high-class, beautiful, intellectual, and artistic creativity. From the extreme southeast and southwest, Sudan Islamic civilization started to shine with its decent tolerance and local spirits from the Fonj Sultanate. In the far western Sudan, they emerged the four sultanates. Those two were minarets that guided Sudanese people, while their signs and effects are still noticeable at present in the form of domes, mausoleums, defensive barricades, historical towns as large as Sawakin, that pearl impressed by the Red Sea coast in the far east of Sudan, which was built on an Islamic style. They also reflect the greatness of man, that whose gifts continued the whole time and extended as a human creativity inspired by the origins and sources of those deep-rooted civilizations. If you are still youthful, then you are invited for a unique blend of artistic dance and performance.